Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Sandra Esinam Afen, and I'm here for business. And we want to continue the conversation on the cedi. And the CEO of the Association of Ghana Industries is cautioning against speculation to avert further depreciation of the local currency. Speaking to Joy Business, Chuma Boakwa reiterated the dire need for government to intervene to prevent the persistent depreciation of the cedi.
In recent times, the Ghana cedi has been experiencing some depreciation against major trading currencies on the currency market. Currently, the local currency is trading at approximately 5.2 Ghana cedis to the US dollar. The situation is certainly not pleasant to importers and other stakeholders whose transactions will be negatively affected. But speaking to Joy Business, CEO for the Association of Ghana Industries explained the situation is expected. He, however, cautioned against speculation which could fuel a further depreciation.
End of January to early February, you normally experience this situation. So it's a trend. And it's a trend because around this time, people are paying back the Christmas goods that they bought for Christmas. So the demand for foreign currency is higher, and therefore that puts pressure on the cedi and potentially it makes it depreciate. The other thing is that early part of the year, there are a lot of foreign investors in the country, so they also repatriate their dividends, so pressure again comes on the cedi. So it's a cycle. The problem comes when the rate of the depreciation is higher or faster than the year before or than ever before. That one creates a problem. But if it's a normal range, then that could be reasonably contained. But what we should avoid, even as a media, is to create panic. Because when you do that, then the speculative element becomes very high. A lot of people don't need the dollars. They don't need the foreign currency. Yet when there is panic, they will buy it and hoard it and create and further aggravate the situation.
Mr. Chuma Kwaba noted government will have to intervene should the currency's decline worsen.
I don't think it's a very grievous situation. Let's monitor though, but of course, Bank of Ghana can also intervene at the right time. When you think that the cedi is depreciating, relatively faster than normal, then intervene. And they have a way of going about that. Once you intervene in the market, you stabilize things, and then we move on.
For Joy Business, Sheila Tamaklu.
To our headline story tonight, Ghana's January inflation rate hit its lowest since 2013. The Ghana Statistical Service has attributed it to a decline in food and non-food prices. The current 9% inflation rate goes to lay credence to the Monetary Policy Committee's resolve to further reduce the policy rate in their next meeting. All this means that access to credit is expected to be cheaper.
According to the Ghana Statistical Service, the January 2019 inflation rate of 9% is the lowest since January 2013. Acting government statistician David Combat explains that the reduction trend is usually experienced during the beginning of every year. He explains further.
And the trend shows that on the whole, there's usually a drop in inflation between December and January, except for for 2015, 2016. And so we're trying to find out what might have accounted for that. That's why we came out with the fact that there was an increase in fuel prices. And we even should, rate you the levels of increases. Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the regions, Upper West, Bonahafo, Western, Ashanti recorded inflation rates above the national average of 9%.
The price drivers for the food group rate were coffee, tea and cocoa with a rate of 12.4%, fruits a rate of 10%, meat and meat products with a rate of 9.8%, and mineral water, soft drinks, fruit and vegetable juices with a rate of 9.3%. The Upper West region recorded the highest year-on-year inflation rate of 10.8%, followed by Bonahafo region, a rate of 9.9%, while the Upper East region recorded the lowest year-on-year inflation rate of 7.7% in January 2019.
The non-food group, he noted, recorded a year-on-year inflation rate of 9.5% in January 2019 compared to the 9.8% recorded for December 2018. Ebenezer Sabute's reports for Joy Business.
Oil exploration firm Tullow has announced its plans to shut down operations in Chinibwa, Nura, and Tom 10 fields in the second quarter of this year. This was contained in the company's financials for 2018. There's more in the following Business Desk report.
Tallow in the statement maintained that the shutdown of the Trinidad in Nyeranto Mid-10 oil field is in line with its routine maintenance of the FPSO on this oil area and is expected to last for about 2 weeks. It is not clear for now how that would impact on oil production, which could affect gas supply and power production in the country. The company in the same statement disclosed that it's going to complete works on Torrid Bearing this year, which in the past years resulted in series of shutdowns over the years, impacting negatively on power production. On oil production, the company said it expects the two oil fields, 10 and Jubilee, together to produce 180,000 barrels on the average. Angus Marcus is Chief Exploration Director at Tallow Oil and has been speaking on this development in London. It also announced that Tallow has been shortlisted to participate in the auction for the 4 oil blocks in the new oil areas in Ghana.
Let's do other stories now. Chief Research Scientist at the Savannah Agricultural Research Institute, Dr. Roger Canton, has advised the youth to leverage government's Planting for Food and Jobs program as an avenue to generate business ideas. He made this call when participants of the 2019 Cosmos Innovation Challenge visited the institutes as part of their market research tour in the northern region. Karen Dodo has more.
As one of the 13 branches of the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, the Savannah Agricultural Research Institute, SARI, has the mandate to provide farmers in the Northern, Upper East and Upper West regions with appropriate technologies to increase their food and fiber crop production based on sustainable production systems which maintain and increase soil fertility. During a visit to the institute by participants of the 2019 Cosmos Innovation Center Agritech Challenge, research fellows at the institute took turns to educate them on various opportunities within the agricultural value chain.
Advising government on key research and science issues.
Chief Research Scientist at SARI, Dr. Roger Canton, noted that government spends hugely on importing some seeds like yellow maize from Brazil and other seeds from neighboring Burkina Faso. He urged the participants to consider seed production as an avenue to not only generate income for them, but also save the country lots of foreign exchange.
But for me, cashing in on this very low-hanging fruit, so-called planting for food and jobs, is so clear into seed production. So one, they can go into seed production, seed produce. You just register with the Ghana Seed Inspection Department of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. Why do you import everything? But if we go into production, we will not look for. People will rather come and pay dollars to us and buy our seeds.
He added that SARI is open to offer any assistance to all interested parties, such as the KIC Agritechies, in terms of research findings to aid in the seed production business.
So they can go in quickly as young men with the knowledge to set up seed companies, and they can even either you start. There are so many projects that are helping, and I'm told customers, if you write a good business proposal, they are prepared to help, and we can help to review and support them. So you go in and take crops like soybean or rice or maize, which are the 3 key crops, and sorghum. The government is interested in, and you can grow these crops across the country.
Currently, only about 11% of farmers nationwide use improved certified seeds for production. From Tamale in the Northern region, Karen Dodo for Joy Business.
All right, so that's all for business for now with me, Sandra Esenam Apenoba.